looking for a good cue ball, and that's a nice pace. I'm not too sure if Pia can see the 3. But I believe so, as she was looking at if she could take the 7 afterwards. However, she played that with confidence.
Extension.
This final is a race to 75, and the way these girls are playing, blink and you'll miss it. She's left herself a great angle on the 11 ball here. And has she come out with anything? The 15 ball looks her best option. I think she gave that good authority and deserved to come out with something from that shot. Great start for Pia. Looking very solid. Well, both these girls have success on the Euro Tour. KAPLAN has 12 medals from the Euro Tour, so she's very well seasoned and will not be daunted in this position. And Pia will be looking to really stamp her authority now. And I'm not too sure if that's a plant on the 6 that she's left, but there could be 2 problems for her there. The cluster of 3 in the middle and the 2 tucked together there on the left. She may try to pop this out with some force to run into the 6. I got that wrong. She came into it with a lot of backspin and really dealt with that problem well. Has she come out with anything? Maybe the 1. No, clearly the 1 ball is not an option, so she's eyeing up this long 2, which this is no easy shot at all, but will give us a good understanding of her confidence right now. Wow. Very well played. Pia looking to not run away with the cue ball here. She's striking the cue ball great. Now starting to look at her options for the remaining balls. Looking off this 8 ball to get an angle on the 1, the yellow 1, to open up them 2. So clearly them 2 are not a plant. Doesn't need to do too much here. As long as the cue ball stays out, she has the 7 for backup into the middle. She's played that well. Opened up 2 options for herself. Maybe now opening the 9 up for a break ball, because there wasn't anything too obvious before. Both these girls coming through a tough field today to make it to the final. Pia's looking very fresh, considering the game she's played today. And don't be fooled, straight pool is a very exhausting game, very challenging. Normally quite a few problems to solve. And Pia is doing a great job here, solving the cluster she had there in the middle. Looking to get on the 7 now for a good safe position on the 9. So she'll look to stun the cue ball over towards the middle pocket. She's just finding her line that she wants. She's played that first rack really well, leaving herself in great position. And very impressive opening rack. Was not a shoddy break from Ina. Didn't get the cue ball frozen to the cushion, and one ball did pop out to the left of the rack, and Pia took full advantage of that. Really sends a message out. Just while we're watching the referee rack these up, just put a little shout out to the sponsors with the Predator Group for the Tallinn Open. We have Iwan Simonis Billiard Cloths, Aramith Billiard Balls, Longoni Cues, and the Kamui Brand. And I'm hoping we're going to see a few Predator and Longoni cues out there. Now she's laying a cue over the ball there to have a look at what the 90-degree angle will be, and if she's gonna, and what she's going to hit in the cluster. So she's deep into the ball, and she's hit that really well. Pretty much the 7 full in the face, and always a chance the cue ball will, with the spin, skip up the table towards the bulk end. However, she's done that really well. So, while Pia is making this look easy, I'm Gethin Davis, coming to you from Amsterdam with my colleague, also from the Netherlands, who will be joining us, Joris van Amersfoort. And I'm hoping he's with us now.
Hi mate, can you hear me?
Can indeed, Joris. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much, Kevin. Good to be here with you.
Have you been able to catch much of the matches up until now?
I've seen quite a lot, and I've seen the first rack also, so technically had some challenges to log in, but finally we're here. And I'm happy to join you for the rest of the match.
Yeah, Pia took advantage of a loose ball off Ina's break and has not looked back and the confidence she's demonstrating right now. She's keeping a good rhythm. She's not taking too much time, making her decisions and firing. It's very impressive. Poor Ina may have thought she got away with a good break there. Yep. She's come into them very nicely off the bottom cush. And I'm not too sure if she can see that 7, and I believe the 7's blocking.
Yeah, I expect her to take the free ball to the corner. She can play a stop shot to shoot a 10 on the left side.
Yep.
So this second rack is opening quite well too. She needs to get rid of the 2 ball and the 7 ball. That will open up the pockets for the other balls. And I assume that the 8 ball could be a break ball or maybe the free ball, I guess. Oh, she's taking the 8 ball away right now.
I think the 6 pass in the 3 may give her an opportunity to maybe push one of the other 2 stripes into a break position. Where she's looking now.
Yeah, then she needs to develop another break ball. Yeah, so the 6 passes. She might run forward and push the 15 outside of the rack.
Do you think she can come underneath?
Might be, might be.
Well, she has the 10, and if she runs through too close to the 3, she has the 7 for backup, so I think she's just stunning into the...
Yeah, you see, if she had hit it a little bit harder, then she would have pushed that ball out.
I wonder if she thought that ball was already out of the rack and she didn't need to do anything with it, because it looked a great angle to develop one of them into what we would call
a sweet spot.
The sweet spot indeed.
So she needs to take the 10 ball on right now. Because she leaves the 7 and the 2 ball as quite one of the last balls. She needs to find something soon, because the 14 ball is blocked at the moment.
She's potting with confidence. You can see it in her stride after she plays the shot.
What about playing a stop shot and shoot the 2 ball in the corner, go up and push the 15 ball a little bit upwards? She might go for that shot. Yep. But it needs to be good now. This is difficult.
Yes, a little turn of the head. She's just maybe not 100% on this, so this will be a good key shot for her. Decided to avoid moving the ball.
Yeah, I think now the 14 ball must be the break ball. But to get there, yeah, you have to stay above the 14. So a stop shot, draw it a little bit back, and then draw it around the 14 ball towards that spot. Vault forward and then straight back. It's gonna be
Pia's really got the grips of these Predator tables very quickly.
Catherine, do you know this cloth has been here since yesterday? Isn't it right?
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
That's my understanding. And they're still getting away with a few slidey shots, which I can imagine come the last day will not be on the agenda. So we haven't got to see many shots, or certainly I haven't today, from underneath the pack. Is there anything that you particularly need to be, I guess, in offs would be one of the main concerns here?
Not quite. I think if you can see that the 14 ball is just left of the center, meaning if you hit the pack, you hit it quite in the center of the pack. Now you need to get the cue ball out of there, and there are a few options. But I do know that, for example, Nick van der Berg always plays, shoots this with inside English, topspin.
Right.
So the cue ball will go from the pack to the right long rail, to the bottom rail, to the left long rail, and around the pack. That's how Nick van der Berg loves to shoot this one. But I think you need it hit it quite firm. Otherwise, you could get stuck behind the rack. I think that's the biggest challenge here.
Yep.
So draw left, she played it. Worked perfect for her.
It was a really nice looking shot as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Roll this in.
she's got 2 break balls, possibly 3 break balls from that, and nothing is touching each other. Maybe the 4-8 is a little tricky. I can't imagine
It could be tricky, but there are many balls that you can use to develop it.
She was just looking at if she could take the 6 there to open the 3 straight away. Clearly not the right option for her. I remember coming up against, or certainly playing in the same tournament as Pia way back in at a tournament in Germany, and one of the rising stars, they were all there first thing in the morning practicing, doing their drills. It was a pleasure to watch. I think it was the Hangala Open, actually.
Hangala Open, yeah.
Yeah. And you could tell then that there was going to be a new breed of Germans coming through, and she was certainly heading up the German contingency. It was great to see. It's paying dividends now, clearly. She's kept Ina in her seat since Ina broke, and there's nothing more intimidating to your opponent than not letting them get out of their chair.
Yeah, and this rack is not the hardest puzzle to solve. You can take away the 6 ball right now, go underneath to the left and back to the center of the table.
Just took a chunk of the 9, but that's not a problem.
Yeah, I think she wants to land high on that pink ball to open up the 4 and the 8 ball.
Yeah. And if not, then they would probably...
From the 15, play this.
Yeah, quite.
Shot.
Yeah.
Many options. I think she left it a little bit low again.
She'll probably want to avoid the 3 here. Sorry, the 2 ball. I like the 2 as a break
that's
ball
a break
currently.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
She just stood up there like she didn't get the full action on the ball, but it's come out off the cushion perfect. This will be a great treat for the viewers at home if this turns into a break and run.
She certainly would be capable to run 75 balls. I have no idea what her personal record is.
Yeah, you were right, Joris. She's running out of options to be able to develop the 4 and the 8. Maybe she's going to have to come behind them. That's not the shot.
I don't think this is according to plan. No. See the little head shake by Pia. Now she needs to travel. She can make the 7. Go around 3 cushions to land close to the left side pocket. Ah, she's taken the 15 to the corner. Oh.
That's what she called Joris.
I did not see that one coming.
One thing I will say about the 4 and the 8 sat there is there looks to be a big enough gap that if she comes in anywhere around the back, she'll have a choice of either a corner pocket and a middle pocket, keeping her options open. So that might be what she's going to have to resort to do. That's one break ball gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard the referee call time. So she needs to make decisions quite quick now.
These are usually the situations that myself and amateur players will start digging a deeper hole, and the shot clock is only going to put a bigger toe on that, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So now it's the choice to go for the bottom. Yeah, and shoot it, one of the balls into the top. Now you can see that the 15. What's the orange ball? The 13 ball, I think, is just above the center of the table. So she could use that as a break ball too. And if that's the case, it might be an option to leave the cue ball in the pack, so you have ball in hand in the kitchen.
Yes, my dear colleague Mark White and I were having a chat about that today, actually, and he was unsure of what would happen in that situation. And I was explaining that some people actually do play for that when they have a break ball at the other end of the table. It was he found that uncanny.
Okay. Yeah.
So as you spotted,
it's one of the better options, but to play for. If I can play a stop shot, I would do that. But Pia played it beautifully.
This has kept her options open. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, when it's above the center spot, that makes it a little bit more difficult for her, right?
No, easier.
Okay.
Because now she has the if it's below at the bottom side, so at the side of the pack, and you have to shoot it to the side, you need a really thick contact with the cue ball, so that takes away all the speed from the cue ball. And if it's above, then you can take it more like a cut shot, and keep a lot of speed in the cue ball.
Yeah, let the cue ball do the work. I understand.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, look at the score, Joris. 42. It feels like we've not long sat down, to be fair. I mean, Pia's really making short work of this. It's impressive. And I wish I'd have seen some more of her earlier matches if this is what we've missed.
If this is her standard, and it might be, although this is still some good pool by her 3 racks now. An
Well, I know.
opportunity-
Sorry, I'm sure Ina is more than capable of returning the favour. The question is, will she get that opportunity, and what will that opportunity look like? And right now, I can't see Pia making any obvious mistakes, and that normally leaves it down to the break.
Well, let's see then.
I was trying to tee it up.
Ooh, there's the miss. And there's the
Yeah.
the chance for Ina.
In
So
fairness,
3 racks.
she got a good spread, Joris.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, she hit the top ball at the outside. In many cases, that's a good thing. Cue ball goes out, and still you have a great spread.
9-ball corner.
So, Ina at the table.
One interesting, funny fact that when I was doing some research on the two players, they both are tied for the number of German national championships, both with
They do.
11 titles each.
Wow.
That's serious.
So combined, they are as good as Roger Federer or Djokovic with Grand
Absolutely.
Slams. Well, I think most important thing is for Pia right now, keep making balls. Get your arm a little loose so you feel confidence in your stroke.
Well, Ina's been sat in her chair for quite a while,
Yeah, about
stewing.
45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And she's got an iffy cluster in the centre, and I'm not so happy with the 2 stripes at the bottom here either. So
I
this
think
will
it's
be a
plant
test.
to the bottom side. To the right side, I think it's a plant.
That would be a great spot, Joris.
But she needs to roll this in. Oof.
Used all the pocket.
So again, she needs to bridge over 4 balls. I think you should not use this shot to open those 4 balls up.
I agree. I concur. In fact, I'd probably leave something off this 5 ball. Oh, she went into it with some authority, Joris.
Well, this worked out fine.
Yeah, I think she's been rewarded here and has got just enough angle to develop something from that pack of 4, but
Yeah, that's fine. So, if you ask me, the 1 and the 2 could be the break ball, the break ball, the 2 the break ball, and 1 key shot to find position on that 2 ball. That would be an option.
and that's what they call it, isn't it, Joris? I remember reading that in one of my pool books. It's the key ball and then the break ball, correct?
Yeah, correct. And sometimes you find a way to get position on the key ball, so then you tie up 3 balls in the end. For example, the ball to the left side pocket you can use to go 3 rails around to land perfectly straight on the 1. So you have a stop shot. So you connect 1 more ball.
Yep. And leaving that Ina then just to get on with clearing the rest, knowing that
Yes.
knowing that they're the last 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
She gonna
Or
run into
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, I thought she was trying to do something with the 8 there, and I'm not too sure if moving balls at that point was a good idea.
It looks like the top ball close to the side pocket will be her break ball. Could that
More
be one?
importantly, Joris, our viewers at home are intrigued to find out if this is a plant into the corner. Well, it's not now.
No. No, and my break ball at the side pocket will go away too, I assume.
Yep. Now, this is where it's going to get tricky for Ina after this shot, so let's see how she composes herself. You think the 3 passes to the corner?
Yeah, I think so. I think both balls will go to the bottom left. Oh, that's a good shot. Well done.
That's come
That
out
could be a
lovely.
triple.
Yeah, exactly. That just run through my mind then.
To cut that one in, that would be a great option.
Yeah, as you said, Joris, clearly one or both of them balls pass.
Yeah, but she doesn't have the right angle on the free ball to kick the 8 ball out of that situation, I guess. So the pink 12 must be the break ball. And that's not very easy.
Now, has she left a little bit of an angle so she can force it through and take some cushion with it, or is she going to have to put this on a pinprick? Oh, she was able to take 2.
So Ina also cleared the table, 14 points.
This is looking great. And we have 2 streaming tables, ladies and gentlemen, on the YouTube channels. Pro Billiard TV, and if I am allowed to just steal the thunder before Joris gets in, on the final of the men's 10 ball, it's currently Tobias Bongers leading Snigocki by 34 to 25. So I'm sure some of you have got the 2 matches playing side by side, and if you are, I hope you're listening to our commentating, because it's Joris and Geffen in the house.
And you won't hear that every day.
Exactly.
And if you really are into pool as we are, then we have more great news, because we will not only broadcast the whole European Open or European Pool Championships for the next week, but also with plenty of commentators. So a lot of free pool for you. And after this European Pool Championship event, we will run straight into the Euro Tour. So if you're really addicted to pool, then cheer on you. Yeah, that's the difference. That's what I was talking about to you, Gavin. If you're breaking from the bottom and you play with inside English, in a lot of cases you end up beneath the pack where she is right now.
Yeah, it just flattened it out and brought it straight underneath the pack.
Yeah.
So, are we going to be treated with some straight safety play? I'm not too sure if that's good enough, Joris.
No, for sure she leaves the 15 and maybe the free ball to the corner, but I think that Pia will take this on. So not the best of the safety shot.
No, with the cue ball not getting close enough to a cushion, it was always going to leave something for Pia, I believe.
Yeah, or you should really leave it on the cushion. That makes the shot very hard. Or you should have put it back at the back of the pack. Ooh, that's in. She made it.
Well,
Used
like
all
you
of the pocket.
exactly, and as you pointed out, Joris, they're still fresh tables. But I think the pace helped a lot with that shot as well. I think much harder that would have been spat back out. Sorry.
Yeah. I think so too. Now top spin this into the back. Ooh, that's not lovely. She hit the wrong ball, the loose ball. She hit first. That took away all the energy out of the cue ball.
Yeah, I'm not too
ball in the pack.
I wasn't too sure if that was the right option there, Joris, because you had the 10 ball there as well. I'm not too sure if it was the right time to go in. However, she was left with something for a middle pocket as backup, I guess. But
Yeah. I think so too, Kevin. I think you're right. So 3 options: take the 1 ball, take the 7 ball, cut it in, or take the 15 ball and cut it straight back into the pack. That's an option too.
Well, and judging by that last shot, it's showing how aggressive Pia's decided to be today, or probably is every time she gets on the table. So I can only imagine she's going to be looking at every opportunity to start opening this pack up. So you could be right.
Ooh. Hit it a little bit too thick there. And I think she leaves only 1 shot, and that's this 15 ball at the bottom.
Which would have been... Would that have been the ball that Pia was playing for?
Yeah, I think so. Because she missed the 1 ball. And that was the only shot she could take on after that one.
Yeah, she was stretching there, but I thought that might have been an opportunity to go into the pack, however.
Yeah, but stretching that out with extension might not be the wisest shot to play it with a lot of left side English. No, I would like to give this a powerful draw shot.
Time. Extension.
Does the 8 pass the 3?
I don't think so. So I would draw this back to shoot the 7 in the same corner, or draw it straight into the 7 and maybe you could develop the 7. Yeah, I like that.
She was listening to you.
Yeah. She only forgot to make the ball. But I see the reward of that risk.
No, absolutely. And if anything, she's been slightly rewarded with the 1 ball coming out so far from the corner pocket, but with the 7 stuck to the cushion.
7 ball in the
Yep.
corner.
She's called
This is a
7.
tough shot. Yeah, but it's a tough shot. Oh, lovely.
That's a great touch. Well, we were wondering if the aggressiveness will continue, and it looks like it will. Last time she had faced a shot like this, she screwed into it with a lot of power. I wonder if she'll look to do the same again.
Any reward? The 10 goes to the side, the 8 to the corner. So she'll take this.
They didn't pop out. They didn't pop out too bad at all, Joris.
No, because there was not a lot of action. But still, 2 balls out of it. That's a great result.
Now, with you just looking at the table, Joris, when you look at the 10 or you look at the 6, are they just too high, really, for consideration?
To me, yes. The 10 is in a horrible spot. You need you need to land quite straight on it. So that takes away all the action of the cue ball. Yeah, I like this one. From the 14 ball, nudge the 2 ball out.
With the 9
Yes,
as the option after, yeah.
that's a great. This is a great break ball.
Oh, what did the 6 do behind the 2, Joris?
I think it passes.
I think you might be right. I think you might be right.
Played that a little slow. To my feelings. But she might... I think she's looking for the 6 ball as a cue ball, as a break ball.
Well, she's keeping me guessing.
Yeah, it's always hard to look in somebody's head with straight pull. So many options. Also a lot of personal preferences.
Yeah, I just noticed with that draw shot that Pia played to go into the pack, it's something that she clearly has a lot of control over and feels a lot of confidence playing it, but it's a tough shot. It just goes to show the practice and the training does pay off. She acted as if that was a bit too soft or stayed down on the shot.
Now this needs a very solid shot, because there's a small sweet spot on this 10 ball. This needs to travel. A little bit short there. And I think it's a timeout by Ina.
One thing I have learnt with the timeouts, Joris, is that doesn't stop play. And I thought before in an earlier match it was done to try and disrupt a flow. And I was awaiting everything to stop for a little while, and off it kept going.
Yeah, so the timeout only gives Ina permission to leave the arena. And Pia will continue playing. That's correct, Catherine?
That is how I understand it, yeah. And
Yeah.
I guess they have to tiptoe back to their chair quietly. I'm not too sure.
And if Pia misses, then there will be a timeout up until Ina is back from her timeout.
Correct, yeah. That's how I understand it.
All right.
And just to give everyone an update on the other table, the men's final of the straight pool, Snigocki is playing Tobias Bongers, and Tobias is taking a bigger lead than before. He's now 60 to 25 up.
So
Yes.
maybe a lot of German medals, gold medalists today.
Certainly a good representation in these finals. Oh,
Well, I think the free ball goes.
I do. You always get that funny feeling when the cue ball starts coming out at the same pace as another ball, and you know they're going to stop somewhere close together. You're waiting with bated breath. Yeah, I don't think this is too challenging a shot. It's really looking at where she wants to go next. I mean, you could play this dead weight, but I still think she's going to track up towards.
6 maybe, flick the 15, or what's the 9 ball? Yeah, I think it's the 9 ball above the free ball. Somewhere between the 9 and the 6 you will land. Yeah, she gave a little
Yeah.
bit of inside English, outside English.
Now there's a lot of traffic going towards the other corner. She may have just left a gap without for one of the stripes on the left, but I think she's eyeing up the 6 and getting some action.
I think she's taking the 13 before right now. Draw back for the 6 ball.
Oh, it passes, of course. Yeah. I just needed to turn my screen a little, Joris.
Yeah, the cameras can be deceiving.
She come a bit low on this 6, or is this where she wanted to be?
I'm not quite sure about her game plan. I assume now take the 6, go back to the center of the table and cut in the 15, and from the 15 you can go into the pack.
I guess what I'm thinking, Joris, is so far it's been very aggressive, and I've just been trying to keep up with her, looking for the break shots. And now I'm just assuming everything's going to lead to a break shot. So
Yeah.
that's as far as I've got with my game plan understanding of Pia right now.
Oh, she's taking the 11 ball right now. Oh, I don't like that.
Will she take the 8? Will it come into the 8 ball if she plays that, or will it miss the 8?
Yeah,
and
she
the
will.
2?
Well, with English, but with no English, she will run into the 8. But I have missed this 11 ball so many times to hit it too thick, to take your eye off the pot. So, let's see. Made it.
Where's the cue ball going? Nowhere near the pocket.
Yeah, I think this 14-15 plant is very makeable.
Yeah, the options don't look aplenty right now, but that plant would certainly put the cue ball back in the thick of it. Looking for a position on the 5.
Yeah, the 5 passes. And I think the 4 passes too, but you need to develop the 2 and the 7, so you really want to find the right angle on that 5 ball. That's a little bit low.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I might take the 9 ball right now.
Up the rail and try and
Yeah.
develop a better position on the 5.
Yeah, start over, because the 4 ball also goes to the bottom left.
Or maybe she's playing the other stripe and looking to finish on the 4.
Pooh. Does this 1 ball still go?
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, the net is getting around her. She doesn't have any options to draw this, I think. Oh, she can draw this. That's a good thing for her.
Oh, she may have come a bit straight.
Yeah.
But I did like your option before of using the 5 to come into the 2-7, because it looked like it would naturally put the 7 out into a break ball, and
Yeah.
she had backup, whereas now that backup has gone. Oh, I thought the 2-5 plant was on there. Or is it?
Yeah, I think it's too low. It's going to the short rail, I guess. Yeah, she's taking another look. It is. Oh, that's a bonus. might not be straight in, but
Time.
there was a big bonus there.
Very big. Now, do you look at the 8 as a break ball? Coming into the cushion, off
Yeah,
the
no.
cushion afterwards? No.
Well, let's see what she, because I don't see any break ball at the moment. So all 3, besides the 2 ball, are potential break balls. I think she wants to go up for the 9 and
Yeah.
use the 7.
Yeah, just by
A lot
dropping
of
the 8
personal
in.
preference.
But yes, that net has been closing. Let's see if she's able to free herself from it.
Yeah, there's only one other interesting thing now. With these 3 balls, she is going to be on 69, so she needs only 6 more balls left. So she doesn't need to develop the whole pack.
I like that shot, Joris. I think she can stun over for or draw back for
For the 7, yeah.
yeah. No.
Nope.
There's me and my game plan out the window.
Well, let's see. All right. 68, so 7 more balls to become the European pool champion straight pool at the ladies.
Yeah, and to put her foot down for the rest of the week, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you expect Pia to achieve a few titles this year?
Certainly looking that way. I mean, of course, this match isn't finished yet, and this is going to be a big test for Pia, this break ball. But yeah, the composure, the consistency, and the commitment is certainly there. However, she's got tough competition. I've managed to watch a couple of other games today, and it's, as I was mentioning earlier to my other colleague, it was sort of kill or be killed. 3 visits, which, you know, it's no mean feat in straight pool.
Definitely. No, I think the field is quite strong. I remember a few years back, Yasmin Ushan winning all titles in a year.
Yeah.
Which is a massive achievement, of course. But I think it's getting harder and harder to achieve such a massive result that Yasmin has achieved.
Yeah, it's they're very rare occasions, and again, a testament to the way that they all prepare, they all train for these tournaments. You need, you know, not just to be a good pool player. You need to have the stamina. You need to have the mental game with the right approach, and it's great to watch the quality of European players right now, especially in the youth and the women's. It's fantastic, and it gives us more games to commentate, so it keeps me very happy, Joris.
Awesome. Yeah. Now I think she's looking for something creative. Might play
Yeah.
the 13 ball of the 2 ball. She was looking at it, but she's not taking it on. Oh, this is awful shot.
Yeah, that wasn't the best option. I'm guessing that she couldn't see enough, or the angle of the remaining stripe down the bottom there to put it
No.
in and open them up.
No, so she made it an intentional fall. And she didn't even get it safe, so That's a horrible shot. And a lifeline for Ina. But this is not a gimme two.
No, and after being sat in your chair for a while, these start to feel a little bit more daunting than they would normally. Is she going for
Yeah, I
this?
think she has to roll this in. Play it very soft. Yeah. Made it.
Very nice.
Stop shot on the 7. Shoot the 11 at the bottom left. Yep. Smash that one in. Open up the pack.
You make it sound so easy, Joris. That 5 is in a weird spot from my perspective when I look at it.
Oh, it is. It is. It is. That's why I said slam it.
Yeah, because it will take all the energy away from what you want it to do. Go on then, Ina. Let's see what you got. Oh, she managed just to avoid the 5 there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll this one in. Go in again from the 14.
Yeah. She would also have options from the 8 or 10, but I think you're right. This is a key shot, I believe, for Ina getting her foot back in the door. Just while we're waiting for Ina, it looks like Snigodski is starting to pull back on Tobias Bongers on the other table in the men's final. It's now 64-48, first to 125.
All right. That's getting closer now too. I think she has too little of an angle on this 14 ball. Still went for it. I don't think it's a result. Can you see enough of that pink 12 ball to the side pocket?
Yeah, she gave it 2 looks, Joris, and she stayed there, so...
Yeah. That's the only shot then. Tough shot. Made it.
She did. Sacrificed a bit of position, making sure of the shot.
Now another toughie. The 8 ball to the corner. And I tell you what, Kevin, there are 7 balls on the table. And do you know how many balls Pia needs? Oh, there was a lot of pressure on that shot.
There was a lot of pressure on that shot, and you were teeing up the commentator's curse perfectly. It was poetry. So Ina clearly was listening and has put that one to bed. This is not an easy cut.
Really thin. Yeah, it's really thin. Going into the 1 ball.
Oh.
And that worked very nice.
Yeah, the 6 has gone up against the cushion there, so...
Yeah, that's why I don't like it as a break ball. The position is great, the 6 ball there, but it's really close to the cushion. But does he have any options? I don't think so. I think that must be the break ball or the 1 ball, but...
Yeah, I was just going to ask about the 1 ball, slamming it in a middle pocket and coming into the pack from the top. Oh, she decided she's going for the 1 now.
I think so.
Does that make the 3 the break ball?
I think so.
Yeah. This was getting a bit tricky, this rack, Joris, and being in your chair for so long and, you know, being presented with a challenge like that, I'm really impressed with Ina.
Definitely, yeah, Kat. Definitely. Now
That
let's see
8
if we
ball.
can find... That 8 ball was a great shot, yeah.
So what are we going to see here? Because that looks
Yeah, she
awfully
might hit
close
the
to
corner. She might just hit the edge of the pack.
And in some cases, that's all you need. It's just a little nibble.
Yeah, because then you kick out a few balls at the left side of the pack. And if you give enough speed with cue ball towards the center of the table, you always have a shot to the bottom left.
I hope there's people at home writing this down. Wow. I'm not too sure if Ina expected to be back at the table, but she's certainly taken her chances and taken advantage of that. If she can keep Pia in her chair for a bit longer, this could really turn into a thriller.
Look at that.
That is great.
Did she call the bank? Yeah, she called the bank. So it's too close to the... It was too close to the pack, I think, Cathin, to make the cut.
Yeah, yeah. And this is a good safety, but I'm sure Pia's been in this position a few times before. Would she look to screw the cue ball back against the bottom cushion here, or can you see something else?
I can see making the free ball in the side pocket at the right side, but I don't think she will go for that. I do know... Do you know that shot? Taking the free towards the left cushion and to the right side pocket?
You are going to show me the next time we're in the pool hall.
I will. And I can tell you a story about Nick van den Berg. He was playing European Championships also. But the tables were tapped, so no magic rack. I think it's the same as it is right now, isn't it? It's all...
Yeah.
Yeah. And he found out that the shot that I just mentioned, so the wing ball, the corner ball, by the long rail to the side pocket, was on every time. So he just didn't play for any position on the break ball. He just put the cue ball at the bottom and started with that shot. And then he went to the tournament desk saying, "Hey, we should adjust this because it's no fun." And the tournament desk decided not to adjust. So he went straight into the finals with that tactical shot.
That's incredible. Well, you play with what you've got, and that's the sign of these professionals.
And he couldn't believe that the other players didn't take the same shot on. You know, they all still went for a break ball. And he said, "Yeah, you gotta do what you do. You know, it's there."
Yeah, well, once you've seen it once, you're gonna have a go at it.
Yeah.
So we've had an exchange of safeties, and this one has leaked out, and Ina's presented with a tricky 3. It's certainly
60% shot. 70.
Yeah. Because I don't think she can go in as hard to the shot as she wants. She's got to hold for one of these.
Yeah.
The stripe here, I would guess.
Good shot. So the 14 ball is the only ball that is available.
It feels like she needs to drop this one in as well, and maybe
Land
leave.
in between the 2 and the 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Ina put the hand up there, but I think she played that at a good pace and used the knowledge of the young tables. But this is a big shot into the side pocket.
Definitely.
We saw a break shot from Pia earlier, rattling that middle jaw.
She's playing good.
She
I
is.
like
She was a bit unfortunate with the 8, the 15 and the 4 there, coming back together, because she hit that at a really nice pace. And maybe she's going to have to go back into them again.
Yeah, she needs to start with the 7. Probably position for the green 6 to the bottom right.
Yeah, and see what angle she's got off the 6. She's come high on the 6, so she's coming towards the 10 if she goes that way.
Yeah, and if she draws it above the 10, she probably has an option for the 9. Yeah.
Yeah, she hit that good.
But I think she will have to play this with the rest.
Indeed.
And I'm not quite sure how good she is with the rest. But it's a thing that pool players really like to avoid.
There's so many different contraptions for extensions now that I'm pretty impressed with how long they can get their cues these days.
Yeah. So a tricky shot again for Pia. Sorry, for Ina.
Is she looking at the
Take
8 in the
8.
middle?
Yeah. What would you do?
That's a really good question.
Take the 5 ball to the corner? That's a long distance shot.
If this is pretty straight, then I would fancy a chance of just dropping this in.
No, went for the corner.
No. She
How
did.
about that shot?
She developed them balls lovely. She's quite tight in there, though, isn't she, Iris? She's quite tight in there.
Yeah.
She had to muscle herself out of there. She's done really well.
Yeah, take the 1 ball right now. Open up the corner pocket for the 5 ball. If she can reach it.
Do you see a little problem with the 10-11 together there? Because I can see the 15 and the 15 and 3 being a good key and break ball.
If the 11 is available to the bottom left, then I don't see an issue, but I'm not quite sure it is.
It must be on. She doesn't seem to have gone and looked at it too hard, so...
Now, well, if the 11 is available, then a stop shot would be perfect. Now taking a look at it. I think it's available. Play stop shot. Oh my. Just took the eye out of the pocket.
Yeah, there was contact to be made with another ball, and I think that was just taking over her eyesight a little bit more than it needed to.
Yeah. Yeah, such a shame, such a unforced errors. But Pia is happy to be back at the table.
Pia was out of her chair, quick. That's the sign of determination right there. Even at 68 points, only needing 75, she got out of her chair quick. I like that.
Yeah. Be greedy.
Yeah, the hunger.
Yeah, exactly. Now she needs 2 more balls from the rack after cleaning up these last 3 balls.
She's turned down
the break ball. Yeah, the side pocket, huh?
Yeah. I didn't see that coming.
She taking on the 5 right now, draw back to the right side of the 10. Would that be it?
I can imagine so. I mean, watching some of Pia's shots from earlier in this match, I wouldn't put it past her freezing the cue ball somewhere near the 10 ball and then screwing off the cushion and the 3 ball back into the pack.
Okay.
She's a bit high here, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, she'll take on a 10 ball.
If the cue ball ends up somewhere between on the line, but yeah, is there a way to cut that 3 in and still get something into the pack?
Yeah, you can. I would say center table would be perfect.
She can afford to give this a bit of stick. I don't think she needs to. She can bring this around the table. Oh, she played it softly. Very nice.
Great. Well done.
So how many will Pia need after this?
After the break ball, 2 more shots. So 2 balls needed from the pack.
They're the sort of things that can play on your mind and just put an extra bit of adrenaline in the arm.
Oh, she's taking time out right now.
That's a very wise thing to do, I think.
Yeah, I think many would say, well, I'll make the last 3 balls, shake hands, and have all the time for myself.
Especially the way she got out of her chair, you would fully expect that. But, I mean, again, it just goes to show the mental quality of these players. You know, they recognize, okay, this is the crutch time. This is the business end of the match here. And no matter where my opponent is, I'm not just going to go in there and just brush up. I'm going to go have a little word with myself, take my time, and you know, in my view, increase the chances of success. But I certainly know many a player, and it was me a time ago where you would just be getting down on the shot for the next one, trying to hurry it up and get the job done, and notoriously making mistakes at that point. But I was impressed with a lot of the performances today. Graber, Felix Vogel, he's always done well at this tournament. Mario Hay, I felt after his performance in the quarters was going to go all the way, but he was really put to the test by Tobias Bongers. It's good signs for the next few days. There's going to be some great matches going on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to these matches. These new youngsters, Alex Pekelje, all the guys from Poland, of course.
Yeah.
They all can play massive level.
It's and they're fearless. They're fearless, yours.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Absolutely.
So here we go. She doesn't look to be putting too much action on this.
No. She's not taking it on.
Now, did she go for a rest break and phone a friend? Because I would have put my money on her trying to do something to go into the pack there. Yeah, wise move. I mean, I would say that's the right way to do it. But you just felt that there was that she was going to come back and fire that ball in and hope for the best. Wise move.
She's gonna leave this to the side pocket. Pia will take this one on.
She doesn't need to do much with this either, Joris, with the 7
No.
sitting there.
Exactly. So I know it's a very long bridge. I think she has to put her hand even before the 6 ball. So she's bridging like a million miles.
Well, Mark
But
White
she
and
has
I
to
had a
top it.
situation today where they laid the rest across the table and bridged off of the rest, and it was
Yeah.
amazing to witness. And you know, as soon as I saw it, I went, "That's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that?"
Well done, well done. So one more ball for Pia
Yeah.
to win the European Pool Straight Pool title.
Referee calling for silence. Incredible, incredible. She deserves to throw her hand up like that. That was a formidable performance today, and I don't think she gave Ina much of a look in. Brilliant.
Very well done. Congratulations.